Hi, everyone. I'm Brandon. I'm so excited to be here today. I'm the Senior Manager of Digital Product Creation at Tapestry, and I lead innovation within our team, and I'm constantly exploring new ways to work in pushing the boundaries of digital fashion. I'm joined also in the audience today by Daniel from my team, who does all of the ready-to-wear for Tapestry. And for those who may not be familiar with Tapestry, Tapestry is the powerhouse behind three iconic brands, Coach, Kate Spade, and Stuart Weitzman. And you might be wondering, why is a fashion company speaking at Unreal Fest? Well, today, I'm here to show you just how integral 3D is to fashion and how Tapestry is leveraging the Unreal Engine to revolutionize its work. But before we dive in, I want to actually take a moment to tell you kind of how I got into digital fashion, because it's kind of funny. I'm a passionate gamer, so being here today is especially exciting for me at Unreal Fest. Before I got into fashion, my first real introduction to 3D was through gaming in a game called Second Life. I actually had my own little store creating these little outfits for these animals in the video game. That inspired me to pursue video game development at the Savannah College of Art and Design. And through gaming, I learned just how crucial elements like textures, lighting, and movement are in shaping the identity and storytelling. And the same applies to fashion, where digital craftsmanship is just as essential to physical construction. The skills I picked up early on, sculpting, rigging, texturing, became the foundation of creating digital fashion assets. What's truly fascinating to me is just how far 3D workflows have come. When I first started, tools were far more limited and resources were scarce. YouTube was barely a thing, and tutorials were nearly non-existent, making every step kind of a challenge. But today, we have powerful tools like Twinmotion, which allows us to create hyper-realistic visuals with incredible details. This journey from gaming to digital fashion has reinforced this powerful idea that entertainment, technology, and style are blending in ways we've never seen before. Whether it's gaming, virtual retail, or digital fashion shows, 3D is reshaping how we create, interact, and express ourselves in both physical and digital worlds. So my first half of my presentation, I'm going to talk broadly about DPC and why it's important, especially in today's times. In the second half, I'll dive deeper into how we're using the Unreal, so please bear with me. Here's a short video of what our 3D DPC team does. Thank you. So digital product creation drives innovation. This isn't just a quote, but it's a philosophy that we live by because it actually came directly from our CEO when doing a presentation on digital product creation. And it has become a guiding principle for our work. It's a reminder that innovation isn't just about adopting new tools, it's also redefining how we think, create, and push the boundaries of what's possible in digital fashion. But before we dive in, I actually want to take a moment to talk about the history of our team. So Tapestry has had a 3D team for more than a decade. We were actually early adopters of the technology long before it was widely embraced in fashion. But back then, we were pretty ahead of the curve, and the tools in the industry were not quite ready to handle fashion at the moment. Fast forward to today, and we're seeing this early vision come to life in ways that we could only imagine back then. And ironically, my own journey kind of reflects that evolution, because when I first joined Tapestry 7 years ago, I was actually hired for my Unreal Engine background. Our team is made up of incredible individuals, each bringing expertise from all across different landscapes, from UI, UX, textile design, industrial design, and more. So this is actually, when I joined Tapestry 7 years ago, the team was exploring ways to unlock the full potential of 3D technology. And they had a distinct curiosity for the Unreal Engine. So you're seeing a preview of my very first project at Tapestry. It was very daunting. I was tasked with building a 3D configurator. We called it the refrigerator. It was a system designed to house our hardware library and potentially more, making it easy to add materials, take screenshots, and streamline asset management. At the time, we recognized that most of our hardware was already being manufactured in 3D. So whether it was developed in-house or from our vendors, this gave us access to an extensive library of thousands of 3D hardware assets. Ultimately, though, in the end, the project got canned before it got too detailed, but I wanted to share it because Unreal Engine has been on Tapestry's radar for a very long time. So our team isn't just based in the US. We're fortunate to have an incredible team abroad in China as well, and together we ensure a seamless workflow across regions, bridging innovation and digital craftsmanship. One of the biggest advantages of this global collaboration is that it allows for us to work in 24-hour increments, keeping projects in motion around the clock. And while our New York team focuses on visualization and 3D printing, refining designs, ensuring brand consistency, and driving creative direction during the day, our partners in China take over when we sign off. Their expertise in digital craftsmanship ensures that digital concepts seamlessly translate into the physical reality. This means that our designs actually never sit idle. As one team wraps up, the other team picks up seamlessly. It's an incredibly efficient cycle that enhances speed, quality, and innovation, allowing us to push the boundaries of what's possible in product creation. Ultimately, this collaboration strengthens our ability to merge technology and artistry, ensuring every product reflects the high standards and creative vision that define Tapestry's brands. So at Tapestry, our mission is to establish a center of excellence, a hub that supports all brands and product categories while driving innovation and efficiency across the board. Our mantra is create once, use many, which embodies our commitment to maximizing the power of digital creation. It ensures that assets we design, whether it's materials, models, or workflows, can be leveraged across multiple touchpoints, making our process agile, scalable, and future-ready. And as digital leaders at Tapestry, we champion the adoption of technology like the Unreal Engine, collaborating both internally and externally to introduce new ways of working that elevate the creative process. That's why we're here today, to explore the possibilities of technology like real-time 3D, Unreal Engine, and Twinmotion, and demonstrate how they're shaping the future of fashion, transforming how we visualize, create, and innovate. So in an industry where creativity moves markets, our most valuable innovation is one of our most valuable assets. It enables us to solve challenges, anticipate evolving business needs, and push the boundaries of digital product creation. But beyond that, we operate in a fast-paced digital world where consumers expect dynamic experiences in real time. And to keep up with the speed of the consumer, we must be ready to deliver seamless, adaptable digital assets instantly and efficiently across multiple touchpoints. And to meet this challenge, Tapestry DPC embraces a co-create approach grounded in our philosophy of create once, use many. This principle allows us to maximize efficiency, adaptability, and impact across our workflows, ensuring that every digital asset serves multiple functions, enhancing collaboration, streamlining production, and fueling innovation across all of our brands. But innovation isn't just a buzzword, it's a necessity. In today's fast-moving industry, staying ahead means embracing new technologies that enhance efficiency, accuracy, and sustainability. So here are some benefits of DPC. Speed and agility. In a rapidly evolving market, efficiency is everything, and digital product creation allows teams to iterate, refine, and adapt quickly, leading to faster decision-making and streamlined product development cycles. Accuracy. Advanced 3D workflows help us achieve incredibly precise digital representations of materials, textures, and designs. This minimizes discrepancies between digital prototypes and final products, ensuring consistency and quality. Cost effectiveness. Reducing physical sampling and maximizing asset reuse not only cuts cost, but it also optimizes resources. With DPC, brands save on production, storage, shipping, and even tariffs, all while maintaining high-quality standards. Did you know also that fashion is the second most extractive after oil and gas? Digital asset creation is one way that we can address sustainability concerns. Our create once, use many approach reduces waste, lowers material consumption, and limits unnecessary sampling, contributing to a more responsible, eco-conscious workflow. And at the end of the day, innovation isn't just about keeping up. It's about leading the way in smarter, more sustainable, and cost-effective creation. So we play an integral role in product development. And what's unique about our team compared to other DPC teams is that a lot of DPC teams tend to sit more on the marketing side. So we actually start very early on in the design process, and our assets evolve over time. They're all approved by design, and we work closely with product development and design to create accurate digital twins. These digital twins span every product category and brand, enhancing both efficiency and creativity across Tapestry. And because of their precision and versatility, digital twins are in high demand across the business. Design and PD, we support innovation and communication, both internally and externally. Internally, they enhance decision-making. Externally, they aid sample and product development. Merchandising, which streamlines our decision-making, helping teams evaluate collections with greater precision. Global visual experience, think of like store pop-ups, social media, also immersive brand storytelling, strengthening our consumer engagement. The photo studio, which powers our website like coach.com. E-commerce is, think of external websites like amazon.com. Data science, they are very interested about all of the rich data that you can get out of 3D. Strategy, which utilizes our digital twins for market research or focus groups. And sustainability, which supports our commitment to greener workflows, reducing waste and improving efficiency. So with digital assets becoming increasingly crucial across these areas, the demand is skyrocketing, pushing us to innovate and work more efficiently than ever before. Today, buyers often rely on 2D CADs to make purchasing decisions. They evaluate these flat technical drawings to determine a product's potential in store. So while 2D CADs provide crucial measurements and design details, they lack depth and realism and true-to-life representation needed to fully understand how a product will look and feel in a retail environment. And the saying goes is that a picture is worth 1,000 words. But when you add a third dimension, you unlock a more immersive, accurate visual, one that enhances understanding and speeds up decision-making. This shift is especially critical in global communication, where clear visuals minimize ambiguity and ensures all team, regardless of locations, interpret the product consistently. By transitioning from 2D to 3D, we enable faster approvals, better design collaboration, and a more seamless workflow across departments. So we need to create a digital twin for every product within all of our brands in every category. Because what many people don't realize is just how versatile our digital assets truly are. Our Quilted Tabby 26 3D model has been brought to life in so many unexpected and exciting ways, transforming traditional spaces into immersive, interactive experiences. We've seen it in vibrant store pop-ups, creating playful, high-energy retail activations that draw customers in. It's even been used for a bounce house, turning fashion into fun and crafting a unique brand experience that connect with audiences in a fresh and memorable way. We've also done edible creations. They've used our Quilted Tabby 26 model to create a mold for cakes and popsicles. In retail environments, we've designed quilted walls that make spaces feel dynamic and visually rich. We at Tapestry excel at bridging digital and physical worlds. We're not just designing, we're storytelling, engaging and redefining what's possible. Every creation is more than just an asset. It's an experience that captivates, surprises, and inspires. Also, they're used for social marketing, and these were some visuals created by very talented external artists that take our assets and do these fun animations. The one on the left was gamified, so like it would tell you what tab you are based off of your answers. And that's all from one 3D model, the pop-ups and the videos. One of our biggest challenges today is ensuring that we have enough 3D assets to meet our needs. So at the middle is the 3D model of the Tabby 26, but beyond that, we need to generate multiple SKU variations, each requiring its own detailed representation. And to accomplish this, we must explore alternate ways to source and create these assets efficiently. So our approach is through continuous innovation and collaboration. In fashion, we're often bending tools to work for us as they're typically not designed for us in mind. So we are always researching new technologies that can enhance our workflow. One of our most effective strategies is co-creation, partnering with various teams to develop 3D assets that serve both their needs and ours. Additionally, we tap into some of our vendors who specialize in 3D to help with different product categories, leveraging their expertise to expand our libraries. We want to make 3D accessible to the non-3D artist. So how do we bring 3D into the hands of those who traditionally work in 2D? Our answer is through tools like Substance. So by adopting Substance, we've streamlined SKU-level asset creation while enabling a non-3D artist who traditionally works in 2D to work in a familiar way to create assets for us. We've already trained over 50 designers in Substance. The reason is that the Substance workflow closely mirrors Photoshop's, providing a natural entry point for designers and creators who haven't previously worked in 3D. This allows them to create SKU-level assets that can be used in our 3D pipeline and onwards. It's a very convenient workflow because they can texture in Painter and then click it over and they'll have a render in a heightened visual for their needs, and then we also have a 3D asset for our needs. And before we dive deeper into Unreal, I wanted to take a moment to show you a quick glimpse of our 3D print studio. It's an incredibly impressive space and something that sets us apart from most fashion companies. Having this in-house capability allows us to prototype, refine, and experiment with designs in ways that weren't possible before. So let's take a look.
The 3D printing studio here at Tapestry is like no other in New York City. Well, I'm a little biased because I work here, but let me show you why. This is the 3D printing studio here at Tapestry. It is equipped with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 printers, 3 cleaning stations, multiple workbenches, and even a dinosaur. Cleaning, repairing, and printing are all part of my day-to-days. Let me walk you through them. Cleaning. This is the most hands-on portion of the entire 3D printing process. When a print job finishes, it actually doesn't come out ready to go. To get from this to this, there's actually a layer of excess material that needs to be removed. Excess material can be removed by bath, water jet, most oftentimes by hand. In order to get a successful 3D print, you need a closed 3D file. A closed file means all the edges of a 3D file are connected with no holes or gaps. Now imagine the panels on a soccer ball, right? If these weren't connected, the whole soccer ball will fall apart. For 3D printing, we need to inspect 3D files and make sure the edges are connected and joined together. Once you have a closed 3D file, you are ready for the next and last part of the process. Printing. This is the part you've been waiting for and my favorite part of the day. Bags, shoes, hardware. The list goes on things we can print. Once they start, the printer is basically either jet or trace material layer by layer of the design until it is fully finished. Our partners use our 3D prints to compare size, shape, color, and even functionality. Cleaned, we repaired, and we even printed. That is a full day in my life here in the 3D printing studio, and why I think the 3D printing studio here at Tapestry is like...
Oops. Like no other. Christian's actually like a local celebrity in our office, and everybody, they're always so curious about the 3D printing space. And yes, there are fashion companies that do have 3D printing capabilities, but they tend to be focused on like a specific product category. At Tapestry, we kind of do anything and everything. So we can print straps, jewelry, we've printed tableware, hardware, we've even printed full bags, snow globes, the list kind of goes on. We do a lot. So to take our 3D assets beyond static representations, I've revisited the Unreal Engine and Twinmotion now from a fresh perspective in my new leadership role. These tools aren't just about rendering. They are redefining digital workflows, enabling real-time visualization, interactivity, and dynamic product storytelling. Unreal Engine offers a highly detailed, immersive 3D environment, allowing us to create real-time simulations, animations, and interactive experiences that bring our products to life. Twinmotion streamlines real-time rendering, making rapid iteration easier while ensuring photorealistic, high-quality output, perfect for fast-paced development cycles. But beyond enhancing our internal workflows, these tools mirror a broader industry shift where real-time technology is influencing virtual showrooms, digital fashion, retail experiences, and interactive brand storytelling. Imagine a future where customers can explore products in a fully immersive 3D space, customizing details, textures, and lighting in real time before making a purchase. This is where digital fashion is headed, and integrating Unreal and Twinmotion pushes us closer to that reality. By embracing these technologies, we're not just refining how we create, we're reshaping how consumers experience digital products, opening up new possibilities for engagement, commerce, and brand innovation. So this entire scene actually took me about 10 minutes to build, thanks to Unreal's powerful real-time lighting and reflections with Lumen. The final render only took 1 minute, which was something unheard of with traditional rendering methods. This got me thinking, what if we leverage this to speed and quality to reinvent our digital content? Imagine being able to pump out polished, high-resolution visuals effortlessly, showcasing products in a way that feel immersive and engaging. By integrating these technologies, we can push the boundaries of digital storytelling and elevate how we present, market, and interact with fashion in virtual spaces. The truth is that real-time technology is becoming essential, especially when we need to move at the speed of the consumer. This is where Unreal Engine comes in. Honestly, I think of them as kind of like the coolest people in tech. They set the standard for what's next in 3D. Tools like Nanite and Lumen are becoming more important, especially as the demand increases and the industry pushes forward. Nanite lets us work with our insanely detailed manufacturing files that are super high poly without wrecking the performance, no more worrying about poly counts. And Lumen completely changes how we approach rendering. Instead of spending hours tweaking things manually, it reacts in real time, making everything look more natural and more immersive, essentially eliminating the time it takes to render. So we save a lot of time because of this. The big takeaway is that real-time technology isn't just helping us keep up, it's pushing us forward. Whether it's making design decisions faster, creating experiences for consumers, or just leveling up the way we showcase products, this is where things are heading. One of the biggest advantages of Unreal Engine is its dynamic shader capabilities. A huge leap forward to creating detailed, complex visuals, especially with precision and realism, are non-negotiable. With Unreal shaders, we're not just stuck with static textures, they react in real time to changes in lighting, materials, and environmental conditions, which make a massive difference. It's so awesome, and you can kind of get really over the top with it and be very specific. You could see what glitter patent looks like in New York on a cloudy day if you really wanted to. It's kind of fun. That means that more depth, more realism, because surfaces adapt dynamically, whether it's fabric reacting to light or material catching reflections, everything behaves the way it would in the real world. My favorite feature in Twinmotion is that rain slider. And people think I'm crazy for using it all the time because I'm like, here's what your design will look like in the rain, by the way. Advanced material complexity. We're not just layering colors. We're simulating real-world properties like subsurface scattering, roughness, and transparency. Optimized performance. Even with all of the complexity of our assets, especially some of our like our hardware files, keep everything just runs smoothly without sacrificing visual quality. The result is a hyper-realistic product that can tweak and refine instantly and without having to redo the entire scene. This is one of the key reasons that I feel Unreal Engine is pushing 3D to the next level. During the COVID-19 pandemic, virtual showrooms became an essential tool, allowing businesses to stay connected with customers. And despite widespread physical restrictions, however, at the time, technology was far less accessible and significantly more expensive, requiring extensive resources to create these immersive digital experiences. We were actually fortunate to collaborate with Selena, who I see you in the audience, who was actually used to formerly work at Coach. Her team has merged into our team today. And together we built multiple of these showrooms, including the one showcased here. This particular showroom was designed with marketing at its core, captivating audiences through visually striking elements and high-end interactive features, prioritizing storytelling But beyond marketing, we also explored virtual showrooms for merchandising, using them to visualize collections within a retail environment. And while these showrooms were groundbreaking during the pandemic, interest gradually faded away as businesses and consumers returned to traditional methods. However, today's technology advancements have reignited excitement around these virtual spaces. Refined tools, broader accessibility, and innovative features make these experiences more seamless and engaging than ever before. Looking ahead, we see a major opportunity to bring this technology in-house, fully integrating it into the creative process with Twinmotion, helping us bridge our 2D to 3D designer pipeline. So from Substance Painter, we'll be bringing it into Twinmotion, building full showroom experiences. Like I was saying, one of our primary use cases is for showrooms and how we communicate virtual samples to buyers overseas. Traditionally, brands rely on physical samples to showcase new products, a process that can be time-consuming, costly, and logistically complex, especially across international markets. With Twinmotion, we've introduced a faster, more efficient alternative, allowing buyers to visualize products digitally before making purchasing decisions. Our goal is to bridge the gap between physical and digital merchandising, ensuring that overseas buyers feel just as confident selecting a style as they would in traditional showrooms. By leveraging high-fidelity virtual samples, we eliminate those logistical delays, reduce material waste, and provide scalable solutions that enhance our global retail planning. This ensures that our merchandising process can keep up with modern retail demands, offering greater flexibility, accuracy, and efficiency in product visualization. We are looking at numerous vendors for this particular use case as well, and my one requirement is that the architecture of their tool is the Unreal Engine. So we started off using the architectural floor plan to build the room in Blender, ensuring that accuracy and scale and layout. This foundation allowed us to refine how details and optimize the space before bringing it into Twinmotion for real-time visualization. Also, pre-warning, if there's any architects in the room, I'm not an architect, so bear with my attempt. When I finally brought the showroom into Twinmotion, I started experimenting with materials and lighting. It was something that I hadn't got to do in a very long time. And despite my experience with 3D, jumping into Unreal Engine would have felt a little daunting, but instead, Twinmotion made the process intuitive, allowing me to get familiar with the workflow and ease into it again. I went through several phases of lighting adjustments, trying to get it just right. Not too harsh, not too soft, and as you'll see in these images, finding the perfect balance took trial and error, but the flexibility of Twinmotion's lighting tools made it surprisingly efficient. And here's my final output, a more true-to-tone showroom that captures the essence of the space. So while the actual room had a little bit of harsher shadows, I kind of made the deliberate decision to tone them down just so you could have more focus on the products, which you'll see in a bit. Now you might be thinking, it's just a room, so what's the big deal? But what's exciting to me is that when brands rely heavily on external resources for digital assets, costs can add up very quickly, sometimes hundreds of thousands of dollars. But this content could be created in-house given the right tools like Twinmotion. So by integrating these powerful digital workflows, we put ourselves ahead of the curve, ensuring that we're not only reducing cost, but also accelerating innovation in a way that strengthens our competitive edge. And hopefully, with our designers upskilled in Substance Painter, we will be able to leverage their assets to build full experiences. Digital showrooms are no longer a novelty. They're a competitive advantage, reshaping how we present, sell, and collaborate. But we're not just building run-of-the-mill showrooms. We're tapping into the Unreal Engine, and as many of you know, the possibilities are truly endless. There's so much branding power that we can leverage with the Unreal Engine, enabling us to create experiences that are more immersive, dynamic, and uniquely tailored to our brands, something we haven't always had the ability to do internally. Twinmotion plays a key role in unlocking this potential, streamlining processes so we can iterate quickly, refine designs, and push creativity further than ever before. So this visual was inspired by Coach's Courage to Be Real campaign that you saw a glimpse of at the very beginning before I started talking. I created this as a show asset because had this technology been available to us during this campaign's development, we could have utilized it to enhance our website, allowing customers to explore and interact with products in a more immersive way. Now I'd love to take this concept and apply it to one of our brands. pushing the boundaries of digital engagement even further. So going to shift a bit, before we jump into Metahumans, I just want to talk overall about avatars. So avatars are an interesting challenge because people have strong opinions about them. One of the biggest hurdles in designing them is making sure that they feel truly human, not like dolls or overly stylized figures. It's something a lot of people struggle with, and the feedback is always mixed about them. This particular avatar wasn't created overnight. It took a ton of collaboration, and there was a whole team of 10 people involved in several meetings, going back and forth on every little detail. But here's the thing. Working with 3D is no easy task, especially if you don't have much experience. So there are all sorts of technical limitations to navigate. And it's not just about making an avatar look human, it also has to match the company's visual style, which adds another layer of complexity. Then there's how people perceive them. Some see avatars as exciting innovation and a way to push digital experiences forward. Others find them unnatural and unsettling. It's always interesting to see how the opinions vary. And let's be honest, we definitely didn't get it right this first try. It took multiple refinements actually to land on this version, and I think we have at least 5 variations of the same avatar. I'm not sure of the total investment though. But what this entire process highlights is just how difficult it is to create digital characters that feel authentic while staying true to the brand, and that brings us to Metahumans, which take realism to another layer entirely. So I created this custom Metahuman inspired by the avatar. The hair definitely needs some work. It's not properly attached and keeps shifting sideways, mostly due to my inexperience with groom hairs. But I did see a session on groom hairs that I think I'm actually signed up to attend, so hopefully that will address that. But you can already see how drastically different the quality is. And as this technology continues to advance, the possibilities are endless. One of our brand actually already has a digital influencer. So imagine if we created one for one of our other brands. They could interact, collaborate, and maybe even become digital friends. It would be a cool cross-brand collaboration that we haven't done before. Also, Daniel on my team, if you were looking around in the audience, I actually threw him in on the deep end, diving into Unreal with 0 experience. And despite that, he actually managed to scan himself, which was incredibly impressive to me. So huge shout out to Daniel for tackling the challenge. His next challenge is going to be scanning the whole team. After diving into Unreal and successfully scanning himself, he's now integrating the Clo Live Sync to bring in ready-to-wear designs into Unreal Engine. This tool allows for real-time garment visualization, meaning any changes made in Clo 3D appear instantly in Unreal. So there's no more manual exporting needed. This integration is transforming how fashion and digital assets come together in Unreal Engine. And thanks to Daniel's sharp learning curve, he's proving just how powerful this workflow can be. And also, we are hoping for the Unreal and Clo team in the room that Metahuman and Clo Live Sync comes to Twinmotion, please. It's a much more accessible tool for fashion and a lot easier to onboard new hires to. And with Unreal 5.6, I saw that they've added more body sliders, so I'm super excited about that, and I'm hoping as they keep developing that more, I'm so excited to bring that for virtual fittings. And before I come to a close, I actually want to announce a little competition with Clo. We'll be collaborating with Clo and Marvelous on their first global competition, so stay tuned and keep an eye out on social media. Clo was actually the first tool that I brought into Tapestry, and when I saw the Epic and Clo partnership, my antenna shot up, and I was like, oh my God, I'm so excited about this because there's so much opportunity. So here's the end, and I want to share the recent campaign that we leveraged our digital assets, as I personally love it, and it shows just how flexible a digital twin can be.
Climate talk tomorrow. Good luck at the shoot tomorrow. If I cut my hair, hope I grow it long, back time like way before. If I wear it straight, will they like me more? Like those girls on front covers. Long hair, stay until I go. Stay hair, stay straight, so we just stay by the curve.
It's you, but you're me?
Awesome. Thank y'all. Thank you.